Yeah,
Yeah.
come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you here. Late night money on a Friday night. We'll bring back the late night money. I know it says midday money up top, but it's late night money. And listen, this is something we started 2 years ago. It was more towards actually the end of February with the conference tournaments underway. That's how the midday money show started up. So the late night money show was basically, again, it was the last week of February and conference tournaments were starting. So I did a little show like, hey, we like so and so in the horizon. We like so and so in the Sun Belt. How about in the MEAC, in the Big West? And it was kind of like a look ahead line kind of show because with the conference tournaments, we had 11 o'clock games and whatever. It's back. Here we go. And that's all it's going to be. We're going to run down some games for tomorrow. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I've been 11 games. I got 12. Yeah, 11 games. I got up on the sites right now, and I got some in the chat here, and we'll throw them up in the chat. If you're on, you know what? I didn't even make a a post on Twitter, but if you're on a Twitter universe, go check it out, Mr. Sean Higgs. If you're on whatever podcast form you're watching, right? You could see the replay now. We're just not on YouTube, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. We're all over the place. Well, not we. I mean, I guess it is we because you guys are with me here in the chat. So you're part of the midday money, late night money family. Apple, is that iTunes they got over there? I don't even know what it's called. Apple, would it be under Apple Music? Whatever the case would be. If you haven't already, go to your podcasting, Spotify, wherever the heck you are. Midday money search. There you go. It's right there. Give it a follow. Why wouldn't you do that? You listen to the show anyway. So pay attention. You know what? Let me put a little scroll across here too for the picks for those watching on YouTube. And I guess where else would you be watching? I guess I guess it comes across on Facebook as well and Twitter. We have a live video, but I don't know how good the little thing is on Twitter. Anybody watch on Twitter? Not that you comment on here, but I would never know if you did. All right, whatever. Let's get to it. So, real fast into Saturday's games here. I should do the old Marcos. Is Marcos going to come in tonight? He wants a rundown of all the games. So, this is the time to go through every single game, but that's really a joke, Marcos. But Cincinnati tomorrow, early game, -5. Lehigh +3.5. NJIT +12.5. Evansville 9.5. Central Connecticut +3. Elon +6. North Dakota 5.5. Indiana -1.5. Texas Rio Grande +9. Oregon -110. Wyoming +110. Gonzaga +135. Indiana probably, I got that myself at a plus money earlier today. That's part of my 7-pack, but I do have a 3-pack up early if you want to go get that one. Cincinnati, not in the 3-pack, but I got that game at 4.5, so a little better number there. And we'll see what's going on with everybody. See how it is. We got some comments in here. We'll see how we roll in. Maybe I'm kind of wondering if some of my old school viewers from when we first started up are going to see the notifications and maybe start coming back. That'd be cool to see some old faces, old names, I should say. Best Bets Team Money's in the house. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. And we'll make lots of money. I'm waiting for Akron Moneyline to cash +112 offshore UNLV to tip. Akron, nice little home dog there. We like that today in the chat. We talked about it. Good money there. I went 1-2. Tough. I had Niagara, of course, another half-point loser. That's the way my 2023 has been. Just stays like that lately. What am I going to do? And the chat picks today were bad. All right. We had the Under Ball State. Uh, Again, they went to overtime. Didn't even make a difference there. Again, the Niagara, tough one. I should say I like St. Louis today. That didn't get it done. I know I had a winner somewhere. Who did I have? Somewhere in the MAC. Quinnipiac. It is what it is. It is what it is. We can move on to the next day. Tyreek, top of the night to you, my guy. Good to see you. NFC, AFC, over or under? What is this for? Just a Pro Bowl? I don't know. I don't even know. Who cares? Is it flag football? Do they even play anymore, Desmond? I don't even know what's going on. I don't follow that. That's ridiculous. Best bets, T-money. I want to take Nevada, but Air Force can be very spicy at times. They're against smoke to lose by. Yeah, we got Air Force in the chat today, plus 11. Nevada off a tough little stretch of games. A big win over San Diego State, and now they have a trip to New Mexico up next, which is a tougher place to play, a tougher opponent than Air Force. I mean, you got to like the 11 here with Air Force. I know you like UNLV today. I don't, I get that's another, or is UNLV on a, that's another team in the tough one here. They've won 3 in a row. They had lost 3 in a row. Streaky. Is this? It's tough betting with your Fresno team. They can't shoot, right? Like 40%, 41%, whatever they are. I can't back it, and I just hate sometimes taking faves. Especially like a double-digit fave. Moneyline Markel getting it done with Manhattan. That's his new name, Moneyline Markel. Manhattan, where are they at here? Where's Manhattan? Nice home dog winner over Siena. Outright in overtime. Moneyline Markel getting it done. Let's so we have a bunch of games, kind of ones I like here. The old ranking kind of teams, right? Now, we're going to want to run in. Oh my goodness. Virginia laying 1 on the road. Now they're a dog. Top 5 team getting points on the road from a team that's 13-9. I can't wait till tomorrow. Everybody's on Virginia. Tomorrow's show, not at noon. Going to be a little earlier. I got some stuff to do, so I can't do a show at 11 my time. So I'm going to do it a little earlier. And again, it's going to be a short show. I'm here today doing stuff ahead of time. And again, going forward with look at lines, I'll probably do it, always on a Friday. There's so many games on a Saturday, so it's kind of nice to jump in a little bit and do it. Definitely when the tournaments start up at the end of the month, it'll be usually like every day. Baseball, we did it often. So we'll see. But tomorrow, a little earlier, put the notification bell on for the Midday Money show. Jason, evening, Higgs. Love the late night. Yeah, the late night money, people do seem, when I started the Midday Money, Jay, it was it was a loaded show. We'd go over an hour. It started as us. I was just gonna do a quick little rundown, like, all right, people don't really watch the free pick videos on the Winner Free Pick channel, So I figured, you know what, I'm gonna do a live show, tell you some free picks. People came in. Obviously, it was during COVID. Talking 2 years ago, 2020, and people liked it. A lot of interactions. And then it was during the tournament time, conference tournaments, and the late night money, it was good. So the late night money people are sometimes different than the midday money people. But yeah, late night will come back. Again, I don't know if I'm going to do it every day coming forward. Next week we got the Super Bowl coming. I'll bring back the late night money. I'll do another, it'll be like a replay of midday. We'll hit all the props again. We'll talk about the props for the next day. I'm going to do props every day. We'll do kind of stuff with that. So again, put the notification bell on. I appreciate you watching. Best bet C money. I'm all over Virginia tomorrow. Uh, in my backyard, my brother's diehard Hokies fan, so I'm pretty strapped. Virginia by 6 or 7, of course. That's why Virginia Tech outright tomorrow. T money. Don't fall, Virginia. Top, whatever they're ranked, getting points. You got a bunch of those. You got Kansas. At least Iowa State's a ranked squad. Where else we got? How about TCU getting a field goal, unranked. Again, another 13-19 favored over a top 15 team. Iowa favored for a top 20 team. Where else do we see kind of things like this? Indiana favored over number 1 Purdue. Yeah, Purdue easy money. K-State Kansas is or K-State Texas is a tough little one there to choose. I really don't have a thought on that one. I think Texas is a better team, but K-State, they're a tough little club there. How about Charlotte? 13-9 Charlotte getting 4 from Florida Atlantic. Who knows? Kevin, thanks for telling. You got it, bud. Thanks for popping in. Again, I'm going to just run down some early picks for tomorrow. It was just more of I can't do a full show tomorrow. I'm not doing it at noon tomorrow. So I just wanted to come in, give out some picks for the day, especially in college basketball. There's a lot of games. I mean, I know I'm sure the majority of people haven't even looked at tomorrow's games. I mean, I start these games, I do the printout on like a Thursday for Saturday. And I get my little numbers together, and then let's go to work. I mean, the lines start coming up around 3:30, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock on the East Coast there, 5 o'clock time. And you start writing them down. But again, most people are probably looking at them first thing in the morning. They're not really looking days ahead of time. But for me, real fast, again, recapping, stating again, Cincinnati tomorrow -5, Lehigh +3.5, NJIT +12.5, Evansville +9.5, Central Connecticut +3, Elon +6, North Dakota 5.5, +5.5. Hoosiers -1.5, Rio Grande +9, Oregon moneyline -110, Wyoming moneyline +110, Gonzaga moneyline +135. In case you can't read the scroll, Texas Iowa State over the 136. All right, Ninja. I can right now, since it's late night money, a lot less people, not as crazy. This is the easy one to find. Earlier game in the day, or 2 o'clock, but it's a noon game, but I'm right on the page here. Please, you gotta try to come up with a rotation number for some of the games. This one's right in front of me though, but come on, bud. So 136 over under. I'm going to lean to the under in this game. Give me the under. Money line Markel, Youngstown 4. Yeah, the Penguins here. Let me pull them up, Markel. Money line Markel's rolling in with a little Youngstown 757 rotation number. Let's bring it up. So a 4.5 here over Northern Kentucky. I do kind of right. We've had them a few times. I want to lean a little bit on the North here. I like the Norse. I do. Didn't end up in it this last time they played December overtime game. So I think this line's right around where it could be. Youngstown at home, pretty solid. Did I bet this one? No. Would I put my money on NKU? I'm going to say no. As much as I just said I do like Northern Kentucky, the line to me, it's come down. I just think, and I've said before about some teams, college hoops is more of a home and home kind of series. You have NKU second game on the road, right? They just beat Robert Morris in a tough one. And now you're here. And on the flip side of that, you have Youngstown off of an overtime game. It's tough. That's a tough one. That's why it's like I kind of do like NKU, but go against me because I got them back-to-back roadies. Youngstown, overtime. Nah. Best bet money. I don't know. I just feel like Virginia may be the best team in the nation. Not to mention Tech's lack of defense. It's a rival game, so Tech can win. I'd be shocked if Virginia doesn't win. Well, I mean, T-Money, let's be honest here. Virginia is ranked, what are they, third, fourth in the country? I mean, what are they ranked in the country? Third or fourth? Right, in the polls, by the pollsters? What does that mean? Who are the pollsters? All right, they're that good, but you know what? Against a team that is not ranked, I mean, they're 13-9. What would you put these guys at? Because they're ACC, maybe top 100, 75. They're a dog to a 13-9 team. Yeah, it's like anything. Well, yeah, the team should win. They're the better team. There's no question about that. They're a top 5 team. Yet they're a dog. Rivalry. Come on, T-Money. The legend. Texas over, Tennessee under. So Texas, let's roll to the Big 12 here. K-State 699. What is this total here? I mean, you think over the way K-State's been playing, right? And they played in Texas, right? That was like the K-State put like 100 up on them over there, if I remember correctly. 116 to 103. I mean, just besides the fact that K-State's, I remember K-State used to win games like 55 to 47. Now they're putting up 100 points. Over, yes. Tennessee under. Against, how about Tennessee as a 9-point fave over a ranked team? And I said, I guess it was it Thursday, Wednesday? Tennessee at Florida. We liked the under there and thought that line was a little shady. And we said you either fade both, right? They had Auburn on deck. Auburn took care of business. Tennessee on the road did not take care of business. But here's a spot I think you lean on Tennessee. Because their shooting could be suspect. The defense is going to show up, though, especially off a loss. So Texas over, Tennessee under, legend? Absolutely, yes. Best bet, C-Money. TCU seems juicy at 140, but I'll try to behave and ignore. The books are really throwing some bombs out there. Let's see here. We got TCU. Hold on. TCU 6-5-8 versus Oklahoma. Oh, of course, yeah. I'm shocked. You know, T-Money, again, you say like, oh, you've been betting. How do you have a bankroll when you come in and play square play like this? Another one. A 13-9 team like Virginia Tech, who's giving 1 point to the number 1 team in the country. You have Oklahoma State 13-9 giving 3 points to the 15th ranked team in the country. Books really throwing bombs out there. They're really not. I mean, to me, it's giving away. You think they're bombs. To me, it's giving me free money by taking home teams. Here's another little stat for you that, again, and I say this, you have to bet them. You can't just pick one game or I'm going to do one and not the other. I'm going to take Virginia because they're number 1, but okay, Oklahoma State, I'll ride you. And that splits and everybody's up in arms. Unranked over ranked teams spread this year. 21-10, 68%. I'll take the free money, 68%. Now, I'm a guy who comes in and says I hit 56% in this sport, 64% in this sport, and then I have some clown saying they could do better. Okay, that's fine. You think 68%, and not you. I'm just saying in general. I will take 68% and consider that free money. I'll take 57% and consider that free money. I mean, Why you think these places put up numbers? Of course, I'm. Why am I not shocked that? And I wish I could do a full show tomorrow because, boy, and I'm not saying it's. I'm not bringing that to. Oh, these are locks. Oh, they're whatever. Let's it's a VD will play, whatever kind of nonsense. Could they lose? Absolutely. But as I say all the time, you bet something. It's not one day. I mean, it might. Well, it shouldn't be one day. I mean, most people it's one day because they don't have money to bet the next day. If you have a bankroll, and if you win and try to win more than one day a week, you take a trend like this, which again is 68%. If you were disciplined, and I bet a lot of games, you come in and bet whatever 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000, and you bet this all season long. Hi, you're having a nice little season hitting 68%. Stop falling in love with a team name in any sport. People fall in love with the brand or a ranking. Text that popularity contest because what the name's on the uniform. Come on, Moneyline Markel. I'm on the Gators tomorrow +5 at let's see SEC. Gators 784 against Kansas. Now, see for this one here, we have Florida off a big win, and now you have Kentucky. Now, I see a couple 4.5s out here, so line ticked down a bit. Uh, I don't know. I kind of like Kentucky a little here. Last time out, what do we? K-State got Florida on the road 64-50. Florida does play a little defense. Yes, they do. I'm not saying they don't play defense. Big under team. 7 straight under road games. Under versus better teams. I get it. I'm going to lean Kentucky here. I'm leaning Kentucky just based on big win. And now you have the Gators hitting the road where uh, not not loving Gators on the road at 3-3. Renzo, welcome. Good evening. Nelson Sierra, like rice at home, a little rice treat here. Let's pull up a little Rice, North Texas here. So the line is did this line tick up a bit here? Hold on a second. Oh, I went to the, you know what? Let's find Rice. 770 Rice. This is a straight 3, although I do see a random 3.5 out here. Rice won by 12 on the road just a little over 2 weeks ago. North Texas has reeled off 3 in a row since then. Rice, couple losses, last 2 games out at home and on the road. Let's go. We're getting 3.5 at home here with Rice. I could do that. You want to take Rice at home, Nelson? Sure. Oh boy, here we go. All right, Syracuse. Where's the Cuse? Let's find the Cuse up next. All right. Well, I could go right off the bat with TCU. That's a loser. Stay away from TCU. You don't want to do that. You're throwing your money away. Don't do that. We're trying to win money. That's a definitely a no go. Syracuse to BC. Again, I kind of like Boston College here. Just to me, now BC's a bad team. I'm not in love with Boston College by any stretch of the means. That being said, do I want to lay with Syracuse? I mean, just the other was the Boston College game the other day we had in here. People came in like, "Oh, Clemson, it's a lock. Lock it up on Clemson. Boston College bad, and BC beat them outright." I'll take some Boston College at home here with any points. Sign me up. Sign me up with Boston College. Who's that? USM. Who's that? Southern Miss we got here? Little Southern Miss action. Where's Southern Miss? What time we got here for Southern Miss? Southern Miss. Southern Miss. The good thing about the late show is that there's no one following, so I don't have to worry about cutting off. Right. 6:35. Southern Miss, Georgia State. This was at 135 and a half. So now it's at 4. So it's ticked down a bit. Not shocking. People betting Georgia State. I'm going to say Georgia State here, Nelson. I'm looking at Southern Miss is 20-4 versus a 10-13 team. I mean, that's just I'm automatically going to lean towards the home team here. I mean, that is a no-brainer. I mean, even though I got a team that's shooting 40% from the field, I don't. Not that I love that. I don't like that one bit. But see, I look at that as like a low line. I mean, 20-win team versus a team that's. I mean, come on. They're 10-13. I'd have to lean dog there. Money earning Furman. Where's Furman at? Oh, where's the SoCal? What time we got here for this game? 7:30 in your rotation. 6 o'clock tip. 11.5 money earning Furman. We're laying 11.5 here versus the Wofford Terriers. Now, for newer folks popping in, I do have games I bet. And I do take time out because if I didn't bet it or really dig into it, I want to give you a thought and not just random. Sometimes I'll be like, I got nothing to say in a game. This one here, I might lean to Wolford in the points. I mean, I might have to take the 11 here. I mean, I see your trend, Nelson. What are we doing here? We're taking all these faves. Let's see on the road. I'm not loving look at some of the road games here. Samford got them by 20. Let me pull up. Hold on a second here. Let's pull up some SoCon standings just so I can get a feel of who they lost to. So they lost to Samford by 25 on the road. Samford in conference play is 9-2. Money earning Furman is 9-2 at the top. Greensboro, and here comes Wolford sitting at 5-6. So it's Furman, Samford, Greensboro running away with the house. So Samford we saw got them good. How'd they do against Greensboro? They lost to Greensboro. All right, I get it. Lost by 9. You lost to Furman by 14 on the road. But you beat Samford at home. I still think I'll take the points here. I'm still going to lean with the points with Wolford. Renzo, St. Francis, Brooklyn, Stonehill, under. Well, I mean, I think this is going back to, I forgot who it was. Maybe it was Francisco. I got to remember who had the Stonehill, just take Stonehill unders. Maybe it's not Stonehill. Yeah, they're 17-7 to the unders. Brooklyn 16-5, 16-5 and 17-7. Wow, nice little numbers there. You want to go under this game? Where's Stonehill? 130.5. I'm not going to say no. I mean, it's cashed. It's. I mean, between these two, what did I just say? They were 32-15, 14. T-Money, Virginia ranked 6th. Just make it a lock. UVA top tomorrow. I don't like UVA based on rankings. I don't care about the polls. Tech needs a game bad. The coach talking about these wins. Yes, I mean, How? It's a lock. I mean, that's fine. Put it in as your lock. I'll write it down. T money lock on UVA because I'm going to hit you with this with T money. I mean, you're really going out on a limb taking a top 5 team. VA +1 lock. I mean, that the legend. You're welcome. Coming in and taking a top 5 team. How about Purdue? Purdue's not a lock tomorrow. They're the number 1 team in the country getting points. Notre Dame moneyline Mark Hill leaning the Irish. Notre Dame rotation 6-1-8. 6-1-8. Oh, Notre Dame against Wakey, Eggs and Bakey. What is this line now? This was a 4. 3.5 now? I mean, you're taking a home dog, moneyline Mark Hill. So I don't mind that. I don't mind taking a dog. Again, I'm not loving Notre Dame. The coach is leaving. You think the team would show up? Who knows? 58% makes money. Folks just complain and want to hit 10 teamers. I get it, team money, but you're telling me that the lock's on the other side here. We're against each other a lot, man. Lakers money line. I have a feeling we won't win, but the Pelicans have been embarrassment. Maybe tell. All right, hold on a second. I'm not talking NBA. Is this for tomorrow, NBA? Come on. Why are they going to trade? Why would the Nets trade Kyrie? I said this at the beginning of the season when both of these clowns, him and Durant, wanted trades. I'm not trading your sorry ass, Kyrie. No, you wanted this head coach who we had to fire because they don't. Some of you guys didn't like him. This is who you wanted as your coach. No, you're not getting traded. Go ahead. You want to leave? You leave. I'm not giving you nothing. I'll trade you where I want to trade you. Who wants them? I would take less and trade them to some dumpster fire. I trade them to the Thunder. Hutan Mazlumi Bucks tomorrow. I mean, I was really going to talk NBA. I don't like talking NBA at noon on game day. How are you talking NBA a 24 hours ahead of time? I don't even know who's playing. And when I say I don't mean who's playing, I mean I don't know if guys are going to suit up for the team. I don't want to a full day ahead of time. I mean, even at noon today, Hutan, I said, let's take the Wizards, loser. How about Boston, loser? Orlando, winner. Rockets, winner. Utah Jazz, loser. First look at some of these games tomorrow. I'll take the Wizards against Brooklyn because it's Brooklyn. Kyrie's he's got a wet diaper on. Give me Washington. Lakers, again, New Orleans is a hot mess. I get it. Phoenix off a win, back-to-back spot. No, I don't know. Detroit's bad. I'd lean Detroit. Milwaukee, Miami. Who's suiting up for Miami? I think Miami's good, but they're always got some kind of sit out. I don't like the sitting out in the NBA. UConn, Georgetown over 147 tomorrow. This is right on the number. All my numbers that I've gathered are sitting at a 146.5 and a 147. So that is a no thank you play. 0 way to go on that for me, Ninja. Georgia State stinks. They don't score. I do parlays, but I realize 5-6 games is too much. I'm always missing one. When I bet 2 or 3, I hit more often. You'll hear me say this, Nelson. I don't know how often you've come in the show. Best way to go 4-1. Put in that 5-team parlay. I'm on a channel. Let's call it Picks and Parlays, and I'm tell people don't do parlays. Not if you want to win money, you don't do parlays. How you go 5 and 6 games and you're always missing one. If I went 5-1 and 4-1 every day and lost money, how don't you jump off a bridge? It's hard to go 4-1. And you throw them in a parlay and you got nothing to show for it. Straight bet. You'd be making money. 3-2 makes you money. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Georgia State. I'm not saying they're a good team at all. Yes, they are garbage. They have 10 wins, 10-13. They're paying a team that's 20-4, and they're getting 4 points. Why is that line so low? Just think about why the line is what it is. Brooklyn Lane only 1.5 to the Wizards tomorrow. Too money. Yeah, take the Wiz. Forget, bro. You can't bet the Nets with this going on again. Lehigh and Lafayette under the total. I do like a little Lehigh. What's this total? 126.5. You want to go under that? I can go over this 126.5. What do we got here? 140, 30. I mean, Lafayette he scored 34 points their last game. And they're favored. I want to take Lehigh here. I got him in the chat. I didn't put him on the site. They're in the chat, not on the site. This is a close play. Richard, the way my luck's been running, Iowa State's going to beat Kansas. Probably. So don't bet. Here's the thing, Rich. Then you don't play it. It's okay. I say so. You can leave a winner out there. It doesn't hurt you. Same with losing. If it goes down, at least you left it out there. Regroup. Sometimes you got to be like, you know what? I'm going to write my plays down, see how I do for a day or 2 days, and work your way back into it. Blues overhyped. They are rough. And what do you think about Brooklyn? Is it time to blow up the Nets? I'm talking about. All right, Team Money. The Nets. I'm not blowing up the Nets because these two clowns wanted this coaching staff, and then they complained about it, and they had the guy fired. You brought him in. You wanted him. I'm not trading him. No, I'm not trading you. You're going to dictate, say, I want to go to this team? No. You're going to where I'm going to trade you. And then I'd call the Houston Rockets and be like, you want to give me a second-round pick for this guy? I would send him wherever he wants to go. I'm sending him somewhere totally different. I mean, what? No, I'm not trading you, bro. This is what you wanted. We're in this position because of you. You wanted this head coach who wasn't a good head coach. We had to fire him because you started complaining about him. No. So you think Purdue is overhyped? I mean, this is a team with 1 loss on the season. Let's look at some of their wins here. Now, Marquette, people might not think it's a good team. They got some nice wins. Beat Marquette. Neutral. West Virginia winner. Gonzaga by 18 winner. Duke by 19 winner. Go to Florida State, bad Florida State team, win by 10. Hofstra's put together some wins, 20-point win there. Close game at Nebraska. Maybe they're tired. That's an OT game. Davidson neutral winner. They lost a close one home to Rutgers. At Ohio State winner. Penn State on neutral winner. Again, at Michigan State, say bad team. Still tough to win on the road. At Michigan, win on the road. I mean, I don't really say they're kind of overhyped. They're them, Bama, Houston. They are pretty legit top 5 teams. I can't agree with you on that one. Markel, have a good night. Thanks for popping in, Moneyline Markel. Team Money, they had to trade Tyree. They won't get anything back from him. He wants long-term in. That's fine. What is somebody going to give you for a guy they know that's not going to stay with you? What are you getting? I mean, you're trading the Lakers. What are you getting from the Lakers? Russell Westbrook? That's what we want. We want Russell Westbrook. I will call the Rockets. Say, hey, I'll call the Jazz. You want to give me one of your 91st or second round picks? You want a guy? I'll trade him to you, and then you can flip it to somebody else. I'm not sending him where he wants to go. I'm not sending him where he wants to go. You want to go Lakers? Go sign with him in the offseason. I'd say screw you. The Nets are, I mean, they totally screwed their franchise going back to the Garnett trade. Nelson, mix and match and bet it. It's -4. Why Eastern Washington -4, Alabama 12, Cincy want to put 100. Can you give me 3 picks? Oh my goodness. Under on the Knicks, Lakers. Knicks. I don't want to get involved with that. Who's playing for the Clippers? Is Kawhi and those guys playing? Come on. You like Jordan, you bet everything. Well, hey, listen, if you got a good job and a big bankroll, you could do stuff like this. I mean, I don't condone it. Eastern Washington, okay. Alabama in a bounce back. Cincy, sure. Who's Eastern Washington again? Let me pull up a little Big Sky ball here. Portland State, 820. Almost the last game on the board here. So 4.5. 4. You got 4. It was 4.5 earlier, right around the same. They beat them by 12. Last year by 8. 5. Then they got whooped. All right, let's see here. Because you know me, I'm going to lean towards the home dog. Well, maybe you don't know me, but again, I mean, for me, the number is right around where it should be. I got this like a 3-ish. It's 4.5. Again, 3-team parlay, you go 2-1. I mean, why Eastern Washington? Why do you like Eastern Washington? I know we like Alabama. Cincinnati, the same. EW? It's just weird considering you go to 2 big schools, or a big school, a mid-major, and Cincy, because they are mid-major basketball. And then you drop off to a small school. Forget about that Laker game. John Higgs, you the man. Happy Friday. Flat Earth Friday. Yes, Flat Earth Friday. The Flat Earth Friday. We could do Flat Earth. We could do Sasquatch. I can't do NFL scripted rigged. No. Straight bet. Make the books pay, don't pay them. Exactly. Straight bet, you go 3-1, you make money. First time listening to be true. All right, first time listening. I appreciate you coming in. Always. You're gonna get from me. I'm not a big parlay guy. I don't like parlays, teasers. It's just hard. And I'm someone who's gonna put out on a college. I got 11 college games right bet for tomorrow. So I get it. And it's people are like, well, if you're gonna bet these games, you can't say hitting a parlay is hard. Well, I don't have to go 11-0 to make money. I'm not taking money lines. I just straight bets pay. Best way to go 4-1 is put in a 5-team parlay. I can't tell you. People come in. Oh, I went 3-1 yesterday. I went 6-1. This cost me. I said 6-1. I mean, 6-1 and don't make money. How do you even have a phone? What? Not that's a thrown across the room. And Nelson, I've been betting for 30 years, longer. And on sites doing picks, selling, however you want to tout guy. I don't consider myself a tout guy. Just for 17 years. And I got people, even this season for football, 64%. People like, oh, I had a losing day. Losing day? We're like 7-3 every week, 6-4. How do you have? I don't get it. Don't parlay. Don't do it. Best bets. Purdue's great. You misinterpreted what I meant. Purdue is great, but I have 2-3 teams ahead of them. But Purdue's tougher. Oh, okay. Yeah. No. I think. Now we've seen Purdue play some close games, but if you want to put them, for me, it's them, Houston, Bama. I'm high on Creighton. I think Creighton's a good team. I think you could really mix and match any couple of Big 12 teams. I think the Big 12 is good. Nelson, a lot of people like St. Mary's home tomorrow. Good slate of games tomorrow. Thank you for your input. You got it. And St. Mary's, I got Gonzaga. And I did a show today with Ross Benjamin on this, Nelson. Gonzaga, you look at their ATS number this year, the record people, they're down on them. Timmy, player of the year kind of guys having a bad season. He doesn't really have NBA type guys around him. But they have destroyed St. Mary's. I mean, St. Mary's got to win maybe last or 2 years ago over them. Every time others, it's double digit win time for Gonzaga. I mean, they just ripped the Gales. And they have a better defense, yes. But I mean, you want to talk about I ran down the Purdue schedule. Let's just look at some of these teams that Gonzaga has played. And again, this is a team. It's got 4 losses? Were they 19-4? Open the year, North Florida. Okay, cupcake. You cover a 30-point spread, no problem. Michigan State on a neutral. Say what you will, it's Michigan State. Still beat them. They lost to Texas on the road. Okay. Are we gonna badmouth Texas? No. Neutral Kentucky win. Neutral Portland State win. Neutral Purdue lost to Purdue. Neutral Xavier win. Neutral Baylor loss. Again, you lose 64-63. I'm not really hating on you. Kent, people might not like Kent State, but they're a decent MAC team. Washington out of the Pac-12. Alabama on a neutral, beat them by 10. I mean, what do we see out of these guys? You laid an egg against Loyola Marymount, gotcha, 68-67. Any of these losses bad? You lose in Texas, neutral to Purdue, who again has 1 loss on the year, and a 1-point loss on a neutral to Baylor. I mean, this is a good team. It's not a covering, but this isn't a game from. I mean, some of these spreads here in the past. I mean, I'm gonna pull them up here for the spreads when they play St. Mary's. This is they're an underdog here, and I kind of understand, right? Like, they're not as good. Laying 13 last year in the WCC tournament, a push, and these numbers are off covers. Maybe there could have been a win for all we know. St. Mary's got them in February of last year, 10-point doggy, 16-point push, 18-point cover, 20-point cover. 16 points, you only won by 14. 8-point winner. 13.5, only won by 10. Tough one there. 5-point, you win by 30. 15, you win by 13. Last 10 games. What are we doing? You covered by 20, 10, 25, 28. The 2 times the dog covered was by a bucket. I mean, come on. What? I think, and I'm a dog. I mean, Nelson, I don't know if you listen to the show, some of the games I say, let's lean a little home dogs here and stuff like that. No way. No, thank you. I'll take, I'm trying to bring up Mary's schedule here. I can't pull it up. It's not pulling up there. I don't get their last 10. And again, they've won 14 in a row. Who have they beaten? Who have they beaten? No thanks. Gonzaga. Gonzaga's in the chat plus 135. Wyoming 110. Oregon minus the 110. Texas 309. Indiana minus 1.5. North Dakota plus 5.5. Elon plus 6. Central Connecticut plus 3. Evansville plus 9.5. NJIT plus 12.5. Lehigh plus the 3.5. Cincinnati minus the 5 at high noon. Worked it backwards. All right. That's it. Midday money is going to be earlier tomorrow. Put the notification bell on. Picks and parlays. Winner free picks, either channel. I appreciate you guys popping in. And gals, if you're watching, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't comment, you got to comment, though. That's what the show's about. There's a lot of shows you can watch. My show is more interactive. I give you some picks, and then away we go. See you all tomorrow.